Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a beautiful week. And since we are approaching the middle of 2020, I thought I would do a bit of a goals update. So I just want to preface by starting off and saying that this year has been one out of the box. It is not a typical year. And with everything going on, I won't lie, I have achieved some of my goals and some of them I've needed to make some serious adjustments because you have to go with the flow and be flexible, and we're only human. This is not about being perfect. So I wanted to share with you a little goals update, but also some tips on how you can plan for the second half of this year and make it more productive and really make sure that they're in line with your core values. So I hope you find this video helpful, and if you do, thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed it, and make sure that you subscribe. So let's get started. All right, so let's start with my fitness goals, shall we? Now, this year I started working at an awesome co-working space, and I actually just changed up my yoga studio because they have their own yoga studio in their space. It is unbelievable. So I got so excited. I signed up for another membership, and my plan was to start every morning that I go there, so it's 4 times a week, with a yoga class. Now, considering that we had to change things up and I've been staying safe and staying home for most of this year, I haven't been able to go to a yoga class. And it's been a bit of an adjustment. So I have been doing some yoga online. I've mentioned this before, but I was practicing some yoga classes with Yoga with Adrian, this awesome YouTube channel I found. So if you want to check her out, I definitely recommend it. I really enjoy her classes. But in saying that, I haven't been as dedicated as I would like to be. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't end up achieving my 4 times a week yoga perfect streak, but that's okay. I think it's just important to still be active. So Adam and I take Winston for a walk most days when it's sunny together. Other times he'll take him or I will. So I'm still active every day. Sometimes I'll practice yoga. I have done a couple of online Pilates classes, which I have very much enjoyed, but I haven't been as active as I would like to have been. So I'm hoping that now that I can spend a bit more time out of the house, that it will motivate me. Although I'm not really ready to go to a yoga class just yet. They haven't allowed that to happen with the guidelines, and I'm just a little bit cautious as well. So I'm just trying to stay active by going for walks and practicing classes online. But no, I have not achieved my fitness goal this year, but that's okay. There's still time. There's still another half of 2020 to go. All right, so adding on to my fitness goals, I want to talk about my health goals. One of my main health goals for 2020 was to have a really good morning routine. Now, I have talked about this on live streams on my Instagram account. I have shared an updated morning routine on this channel as well. If you haven't watched it, go check it out after this video. But basically, your morning routine sets you up for a successful day ahead. And I have successfully created a good morning routine. Everyone's morning routine will look different, and that's totally fine. It's whatever works for you. But I'm really proud of myself because I used to, at times, wake up and throw myself into work or head onto social media. And since I am working from home, or I have been for a while now, it's really easy for those personal and work lines to get blurred. So I feel like I've done a really good job with that. And then other health goals, I've been eating really well. Again, I've been exercising outdoors and getting some vitamin D quite regularly. So I feel like my health goals overall, they're doing okay. All right, now onto a big chunk of where I focused a lot of my attention and my goals for this year, work goals. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna actually show you this in an upcoming video when I do a what's in my backpack, but I have a notebook that I keep in my bag for all of my ideas because I have this habit of acting very quickly. I don't really think things through. So I have an idea and I'm like, yes, let's do it, let's go for it. And then I burn out because I'm trying to do a million things all at once. So I have an ideas book, and I was actually taking stock of the last 6 months and flipping through it, and I realized I've basically done most of the things in that book. So I think I need to calm down a bit for the rest of this year, actually. My work goals have just been going 100 miles an hour. So I'm really proud of myself because this year you would have seen I've released my digital planners for Educationary. I love them. I think they turned out so beautifully, and I've had such great feedback from all of you. I redid my website. StudyWithJess.com is now my one-stop, it's not really my one-stop shop for Study with Jess, but it's my one platform now. So I don't have Educationary by Jess and Study with Jess. And again, I'm just so proud of how that turned out. I've been doing some awesome work with different organizations whose values really align with mine. So I've really had a very productive first half of the year for my career. I was actually just asking my amazing videographer behind the camera here, James, I was asking him today, are you struggling to get motivated working from home, or are you one to just keep going? And yeah, unlike him, I have a habit of just burning out and doing a bit too much. So I think I actually need to pull back for the second half of this year. But I feel like I'm gonna watch this video at the end of this year, having accomplished a bunch of other things, and then just roll my eyes at current Jess, which will then be old Jess. I don't know. I think I need to slow down. Okay, briefly, I have 2 other goals I want to talk about, and then I'm going to share some tips for all of you. But I had a goal in mind to spend more time being creative and focus on my hobbies. I have been very good with this goal, and I think it's because I've been spending so much time at home. So how can you not get creative? If anything, we're all starting to do all these DIYs. So I have made so many cool things for our apartment. I have made a coffee table, which my laptop is currently resting on. I have been getting into candle making. All the candles behind me I made. That print behind me, I drew that over the weekend because I saw it online and I thought, I could do that myself, and I felt like doing some art. What else? I've gotten into plant propagating, so that's been really fun. I've been doing a lot of creative stuff, and I'm really proud of myself because many years ago when I was studying psychology and I really thought that that was going to be my career path, I was very devoid of creativity. And since starting my stationary line education, since starting my channel, I just felt like that was me trying to reignite my creativity and tap into my inner child. So I feel like nowadays I am much better at being creative and doing things that make me happy. All right, a quick last little goal update for my personal goals. So one thing I really wanted to focus on this year, and okay, this is where I'm just gonna be completely honest with you all and say, yep, we're all human, nobody's perfect. One thing I really wanted to focus on was work-life balance, and that's why I wanted to start working from a co-working space, like having a designated work area outside of my home. Given that I haven't been able to go to that place just with all of the guidelines and everything happening at the moment, I have at times fallen into old patterns of burnout and found it quite challenging because there was one evening, dare I say, before I released my digital planners for education that I worked until midnight, and old me would be really proud of that, like, look how hard I worked, and new me was like, oh no, Jess, like, you are gonna regret this. And I really did. I burnt out for a good couple of days and I really struggled. So, that personal goal of mine is something that I'm still working on and kind of go up and down, but I'm hoping that for the rest of this year, I'm really gonna get on top of that. And one other thing that I had under my personal goals was actually around getting on top of my finances. So I recently filmed a video on my channel, it could actually be a couple weeks ago, sharing 5 easy and effective ways to enhance your financial well-being. And as you know, if you follow me on Instagram, Study with Jess, I have been partnering with ANZ this year on their financial well-being campaign. And it's really helped in taking part with their online course to get my finances in order. So I feel like in addition to organising my life, organising my home, I've been able to organise my finances. And for that, I'm really proud of myself because Adam and I are looking to hopefully have enough money saved for a down payment on a house by the end of this year or next year. So that's one of our personal goals, and I feel like we are inching ourselves closer towards achieving it every day. All right, so one tip I want to share with you all is the importance of constantly tweaking and reassessing or adjusting your goals. So for example, with my business, I have a business plan, a SWOT analysis, a strat plan, call it what you want, but it is an ongoing project of mine. I'm always updating it. I'm always reassessing. Is this exactly what I want? Have I achieved this goal? Do I want to aim higher? Do I not want to do that again? So look at the goals that you set yourself, and just because you set it on Jan 1st or Feb or March doesn't mean that you have to consistently work towards achieving that goal. If things in your life change, if your priorities change, your values change, that's okay. I have set myself multiple goals this year and then decided, you know what, that's just not gonna be realistic, or that's not what I want anymore. I've learned, I've changed, and I want something else. So always tweak your goals and make sure that they're up to date. Now, I've also talked on this channel about how to set SMART goals, so I'm not going to go into it too much, but basically they should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. In addition to that though, this is something that I have recently learned to apply, and it really has made a huge difference. So I've been setting SMART goals, I've identified any obstacles that I need to factor in, but one other thing that's really helped, because I am such a visual person, is to visualize my goals. And there's two ways that I'm doing this. One is, for example, I have a beautiful vision board above my desk and I'm always updating that. Actually, I'm gonna give multiple examples here. That's one. Another one is to make Pinterest boards. I'm always tweaking that too. But then, for example, and I shared this in my previous video, with my financial goals, I have the ANZ app on my phone. By the way, this video is not sponsored by ANZ. I'm just giving this as an example. But then next to each goal that I've set, or each savings goal, I have a photo of Adam and I for our rainy day fund. I have a photo of our dream house for our house deposit fund. And it just helps to personalize your goals. So that's another way you might want to visualize them. And then a really lovely exercise I just came across, I haven't started doing this, but I want to set aside a nice cozy afternoon, maybe when it's raining, and I'll pour myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to do a bit of a story writing journaling exercise. So basically, it's a story time for your future self. So imagine that your goal has already manifested into reality. What would that look like? How would that play out? And you're going to write that story out starring you. And again, when you're writing it, it's like you're writing it into reality. And I really am a huge believer of where attention goes, energy flows. Thank you, Oprah. I'm pretty sure it's her quote. But I just think that's a really good exercise and another way to get very clear on your goals and already feel and visualize what life will be like when, not if. Notice I said when you achieve them. One other thing I wanted to let you all know is I have a blog post I wrote quite a little while ago, but I'm going to leave it in a link in the description box below, because it takes you through a inventory of your life. So basically you're going to look at your personal life, your financial life, your career, your relationships, your hobbies, every area of your life, and it asks you different questions to get you thinking about whether any areas need some adjusting and changing, and it's going to help you set some really effective goals that are in line with the life that you want, in line with your core values, and also making sure that you're not missing out on any key areas of your life either. So I'm going to link that down below in the description box. You can click it and check it out, and just set aside some time, maybe even just half an hour, one relaxing afternoon, pour yourself a cup of tea, and yeah, just really have a think about each area of your life, what's serving you, what's not serving you, and what needs changing. And otherwise, give this video a big thumbs up to let me know you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and please turn on the post notifications so you know when a new video goes up. You can also follow me at Study with Jess on Insta. And if you have any goals that you are setting for yourself for the rest of this year, let me know what they are in the comments down below. Or if your goals haven't really turned out the way that you'd hoped, then I can totally relate. Feel free to comment that down below as well, and I'll send you some love and support, and we can do this together. We can make the second half of 2020 so much better than the first half, because honestly, what has this year been? Anyway, have a beautiful, happy, and productive week, and I'll see you all next week with another video. Mwah! Bye.